Okay, we're coming up to our last stitch. Remember, we didn't tie, so it can be a little weird, but we're gonna hold it, okay? So we're gonna go into our next stitch, which is right there. Okay, and then here, that right there is our chain 2 that we did before. So we want to go into the first, second chain. So you want to go right in there. And, I mean, sometimes it's really finicky, so you gotta fiddle with it. Get it in there. And then slip right in to the next row. Chain up. 1, 2. Okay, so you can see it's starting. The stitch grows pretty quickly. That's why I like it. I'm very impatient. Let me get some yarn. Okay. Yarn over. You can get creative too. Like if you want to do 2 rows of double and then 2 of half double, 2 rows of double, 2 rows of single. It's whatever. You can do whatever you want, but this is the simplest and the quickest way to do it. Okay, so here already have stitches. This one doesn't have one yet. So we need to yarn over and go right in. Grab, go through 2, grab, go through 2. Okay, we're gonna do that all the way around again. Hopefully you got the double crochet by now. If you don't, then just watch it a couple times. I mean, there's other videos on how to do the double crochet. This is a good way to practice your stitching because you're just stitching, just keep stitching, same old stitch. But it's a good exercise and it's trendy. So just keep going all the way around. And I've seen people wearing, I mean, short ones, long ones, ones where you can actually fold them, ones that are really short. They kind of look like the Michael Jackson gloves from back in the day. So whatever length you want, you just keep doing. This part that we're working on now is like the body of the glove, what's going over your hand and most your arm. And then separately, we're going to work on the top, like around the top. That'll go across your fingers and down around your wrist. Like I said, you can play around with the stitching too. You're not limited to just this. Okay, back here. Remember, it looks like a big old mess, but we're gonna fix that at the end. So again, we're here. 1, 2, slip stitch, chain up 1, 2. That's actually starting to bother me. Probably sew it in. Okay. Remember? So if the stitch below it doesn't have one, that's where you're gonna go. So this one, our chain 2 counts as that. So we're going into the very next one, right here. And that's the hardest part for most people crocheting, is to know when to stop. A lot of people end up doing accidental increases and decreases, or your piece looks narrow at one end. It's just knowing where to stick your needle. So just keep going, just keep going. Okay, and we're gonna do this until we get it as long as we want it. And if you guys have any tips or suggestions or anything, feel free to message me. Please no nasty comments. I can't stand when people do that, when people make videos. You have nothing nice to say, don't say it. You know? just go find another video that you do like. There are tons of crocheting videos. Check out Bob Wilson 123. She's awesome. She's down in Australia. She's probably one of my favorite. What up, Bob Wilson? Or Claire? She's a huge inspiration to me. I think she's awesome. But seriously, check out her videos because her stuff is simple, cute, and easy to follow. Okay, again, here it is. Here's our 2 chains. Go into the top, slip, and then chain 2. Okay, so here's what we have so far. Kind of looks like one of those Jane Fonda, let's get physical exercise wristlets, but we're not doing that. Oh, camera. Sorry. Okay, so we have done 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. Let me see something. Well, now would probably be a good time. Okay. Alright. So this looks like that's a pretty good length for me. So I think what I'm gonna do is just do an opening for my thumb and then continue down. Yeah, let's do that. You guys can learn with me. Okay, so we gotta figure out how many stitches we're gonna skip to get that thumb hole. Okay, let's do a couple double crochets and then we'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's try it on. Okay, let's have a look and see. Okay, yeah, I don't want that in the front. I actually want that on the side. So pull that over to the side where our chain 1 and pull. No, actually we need to go over a couple more. So we need to do 1, 2, 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see now. Alright, much better. Okay, so we're gonna skip over, I'm gonna have to do like contortionist. We're gonna skip over 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if 4 will be enough. So all you're gonna do is chain 4. Now I make them pretty loose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we gotta count 4 stitches to skip. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go into the top of the 5th. Yarn over and then going in. Okay, we just created a little thumb opening. Okay, that actually fits pretty nice. And also, if you found that you ended up doing it a little too loose, you can always go through later and do like a single crochet around it. But that feels good, so I'm going to keep that. Okay, get situated, more yarn. I'm all backwards. Sorry guys, it's late. First video, bear with me. Okay, so now we're gonna just continue on into the next stitches to complete our round. Keep going all the way around. Okay, see that there? I don't normally stitch there unless it causes a, well, actually we need to. That's going to make a gap. Top for chain 2, slip, and then chain 1, 2. Okay, go into our next one. Just continue all the way around. So these are going to be kind of lacy looking because they're going to stretch out, so that might be kind of cool. And like I said before, if you don't want it to have holes, you can do a half double or single crochet, or just use a smaller needle. This one's a 5.5 with 4-ply yarn, so I mean you could go down to a 4. Okay, this is where I want to pay a little bit of attention. Excuse me. And we're going to, remember we created the 4 chains, so we're going to stitch into each 4. So it's, I flip them around like that so you can see the V's, otherwise it's kind of hard to see where you're supposed to be going. So see that one? That's our first one. That's where we want to go. Oh, ready yarned over, and then go into your first chain. I like to go through 2 loops. Okay. Yarn over second hole. Make sure you're not doing 2 in one chain because it'll do an increase. And just go all the way across. It's kind of hard to find them sometimes. Just remember you did 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we need to go on top of this guy. Now just continue going, and you just did your thumb hole. Pretty easy, huh? Okay. And I might do just one more row like this, and then go ahead and start the top and bottom, because that's when you can really add length to what you're doing. And we can change up the stitching. You can also add cool buttons. There's a lot you can do to these. Stripe them. Okay, let's see how it looks so far. If I can find the hole. Come on, Jennifer. There. Oh yeah, my name's Jennifer, by the way. Hi. Okay. See? Got our hole. So now we're just gonna, maybe we'll do 2 more. So go ahead and do chain up, and then do 2 more rounds, and I'll meet you back.